The Ghost and the Darkness have come to Savo. I love that fucking movie. I was talking about it with Blazer. I just watched a video on it. So let's talk about The Ghost and the Darkness, because I want a Howdah pistol. And the thing that makes me want a Howdah pistol more than anything is the fucking Val Kilmer movie, The Ghost and the Darkness, which is based on the book by Colonel Patterson of his true account of these two lions trying to eat him and his men. It's a fascinating story. Basically, the year is 1898. The setting is Africa, and the British are building a railroad. The colonel's job is to build a bridge. It's a bridge on a river in Tanzania or something like that. Anyway, as he starts to do this, they start getting eaten by lions. And this devolves into a string of him hunting them in various crazy ways. And in the movie, what's his name? Michael Douglas shows up as some crazy hunter sent by the British. And he's carrying a Howdah pistol. Howdah pistol is they're usually black powder. And they're usually smooth bore, very large bore pistols. So like a horse pistol of the 1840s, but usually double barrel. I have my eyes on a British Lancer pistol because it's only like $450, and it's like a single barrel Howdah pistol. That's kind of what I want. I want like a single shot black powder shotgun pistol. I think that'd be fucking cool. Anyway, the movie's kind of sad in my opinion in some ways, because like I feel for the cats. Like I know you shouldn't feel for the cats. They're killing people. Well, in reality, that was the cat's home. They were there. Like, I guess they started murdering and eating people. That's the difference. But, like, at the same time, I don't know. You were the ones that walked in there. And I think just the place they happened to walk into was, like, the den of fucking man-eating lions, basically. Like, I think that can happen. I think it's rare, especially in today's day and age. It's rarer because we've kind of got everything so cordoned off and whatever, and we have dominated the nature, right? But in yesteryear, like, fuck, those lions were probably eating Africans for a long time before they got there. That's why I don't buy the whole they were the souls of witch doctors incarnated in lions to eat the British and blah, blah, nah. That's my bullshit. When they killed them, they noticed that their bodies were just covered in scars. And you have to wonder, did they get those trying to eat humans? Or did they get those in some sort of fucked up way that makes them hate humans? Like maybe they were circus lions or something like that. You ever consider that? Like, what if they were not wild lions that got out? That would be a badass story. We should make, imagine if you fused The Ghost in the Darkness, Lion King, and like Homeward Bound, and made something where like you're following the ghost in the darkness, but it's their entire life, and like for the first 40 minutes of that movie they're just getting like beaten and branded and scarred and by humans and whatever, and like then they decide from then on it's just we three lions. We live in the fucking, rocks and kill the people and eat them, and like make some super fucked up, like showing like the mentality of the cats. That's just me. It'd be a very expensive movie to make. At least to do it well. Technically, we could make that and just use house cats and, like, just go for it, right? Ah, Sylvania! My cat just looked at me like, fuck you! Yeah. He doesn't like it when I do that. That's the Lion King song. Anyway. This is one of the best, like, hunting movies ever. 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 It has cool guns in it. I don't even know what else to say about this movie, really. Like, I should have had more of a plan in going into this. They shot it in Africa. So it's beautiful. He has at the start of the movie, he has a ride in on a train that's just epic. Like, there's so much of the movie where, like, you're afraid of the lions. They make a lion a scary thing. As it should be. Like, lions are fucking terrifying. You don't think so? Watch him eat a man. Yeah. Go watch The Ghost of the Darkness. You'll get real afraid of lions. It's movies like this that make me want to, like, go to Africa and go on safari and shit, though. Like, I think it'd be fun. I don't want to go kill lions, though. I want to kill a kudu. I think those look tasty. And, like, a zebra pelt would be cool. But I bet those taste like horse. A few other things. I would definitely kill a zebra and a kudu. Kudu are like deer with giant spirally antlers. They're pretty cool. I think you can actually hunt those in Texas. It's one of those, like, in yesteryear, some crazy Texican got the idea of bringing over African big game and other big game. There's big game from around the world in Texas. On ranches and shit. Like, if the world ever goes kaput here, I don't know what's gonna really happen. Because there's a whole bunch of shit in, like, high fences in Texas and Oklahoma that'll get out. And, like, you saw Joe Exotic. That was the tiger dude. Imagine the rest of them, like the deer dude and the lion dude and the fucking puma dude or what, like, not to mention there's probably other tiger dudes, although there's only one Joe Exotic. God damn, I love that man. Like, there's so much about him that's just like, he's not me and I'm not him, but you can tell that we're both from Oklahoma and it shows. Like, this is half the other reason I want a Howdah pistol. It's like, I want, like, a tiger hunting gun. Where I'm at right now is like, do I sell other shit to go buy a Howdah pistol? Could. The thought is crossing my mind. Like, how bad do I really need a 22? I don't know. I'm not going to sell that. The one I probably should sell is the fucking car. The car MK9. But it's worth way more than the Howdah pistol. And I would only probably get Howdah pistol money out of it. So why not do that either? I may just have to, like, save my pennies. Like, should save Patreon money until I can buy a Howdah pistol. That'll be sometime next year. It'd be cool, though. I think from here on, I'm just going to start throwing the Patreon money into the How to Pistol Fund and add money to it. Get there faster. I'm not shooting black powder guns yet, but that's because we don't have any place to shoot at the moment where it's easy and convenient. I eventually intend to, like, shoot those things pretty regularly, to be honest. That's why I'm buying them. Like, it might seem silly to you to own a couple of black powder guns, but, you know, in reality, it's one of those things that I know, no matter what happens legality-wise, no matter what happens anything-wise, I'll always be able to go have fun with those. And the ones I've got are, like, legitimately cool. Like, this is part of the thing that's cool about the Ghost in the Darkness, is that it's at this era of time where there are black powder guns. One of the guys in the movie's main weapon that he uses is a Martini Henry, which is a black powder gun, really. Colonel Patterson uses a Lee Enfield. But it's the really cool, like, officer's hunting model that... It was a real thing. It existed back then, and it's pretty pimp to see it in a movie. I actually want it. Remington, the hunter, uses like a side-by-side elephant gun kind of a thing. Which, yeah, that makes sense too. I don't know what it was chambered in. Something big, though. The doctor has a Ruger #1, and that seems like a really out-of-place gun, given everything. I guess they wanted something that was breech action and African hunting-y, and someone thought that a Ruger #1 would fit in the 1800s. That's a real failing in this movie, but it's brief, but it makes a big point in the movie. Like, it's about this gun that fails Patterson, and it's focusing in on, it's clearly a Ruger #1. I think it was just, production budget. They wanted a fucking big old bore single shot, like, English hunting rifle kind of a thing, and, like, a Ruger #1 kind of is that, but, like, I don't know. It's one of the only part in the movie gun-wise that makes me go, eh. Also, what's his name? The guy that plays Patterson in the movie is Iceman. Doc Holliday. I'll think of it. Val Kilmer. This is probably his best role other than the two that I just mentioned. Like, Val Kilmer's best movies by far are Tombstone and Top Gun and The Saint and The Ghost in the Darkness. Like, those four are like some of his best work ever. And most people haven't seen The Saint or The Ghost in the Darkness. Pretty much everybody's seen Top Gun. Pretty much everybody's seen Tombstone. I don't know. It's one of my favorite actors, and the other missing gem from that time was when he played Batman. Like, if you want to have yourself a Val Kilmer quintuple feature or whatever, get yourself what do they call that? The third Batman movie, whatever that was called. Batman Forever? Yeah, that sounds right. And The Ghost in the Darkness, Top Gun, Tombstone, and The Saint. And I know, like, some of those are odd choices, but trust me, you will have, like, the night of your life fucking watching Val Kilmer movies. Those are really, like, not only are those really good Val Kilmer movies, I would put it to you that those might be among the best movies ever made, ever. And there's a whole bunch of people that would agree with at least some of those. There's a couple of the ones in there that are just particularly good ones of him. Like, this is one of those, like, you know, Truth Time, total girl boner for fucking Val Kilmer. Like, I think it's sad what's happened to him. I don't know exactly what disease it is he has, but it makes me sad even to think about him now. Ugh. I started crying and I sneezed. Anyway, the new Top Gun movie, I really liked that he showed up. I think they gave him a good send-off. And I'm glad that... Oh, sorry. I'm glad that Tom Cruise spent a bunch of money, I think, to give his friend a send-off and give us all a sequel to Top Gun. And it wasn't the best movie ever. It's the first real movie, like American movie, made in quite a bit. I don't know what's been going on in Hollywood, but, like, man, shit sucks there. I want to see a remake of Ghost in the Darkness. I don't know who I would fucking put in it, but I wouldn't want it remade now. I want to wait until the movies are good again. Either that or pick a production company that's going to do it well. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I've seen lately that I liked. I don't know. If I remade the movie, who would I cast? This is a fun game. So, Colonel Patterson's role, Val Kilmer-y person, right? Honestly, the person that I would think of for that role would be Charlie Hunnam. And that's, not... He's not Val Kilmer-y, but he plays a good British officer. He's very Englishy. If you've seen him in various things where he's not Jax from whatever it's called, Sons of Anarchy, I think he'd make a good one. As far as the older Hunter goes, this is the Michael Douglas role. I don't know. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman would be fucking delicious in that role. I have a big girl boner for Hugh Jackman too. There would have to be an obligatory scene at some point where he's fighting some sort of a lion or tiger with his shirt off, though. And, like, honestly, he does die in the movie. So I think you could work that in. Like, his death scene is just him looking sexy as fuck, fighting bare knuckle with a tiger. Or lion. Sorry, it's the Ghost in the Darkness. These are my own fantasies for Hugh Jackman. I just want to see him, like, beat the tiger and then be like, sup. Not that I have high standards, but I want you to kill a tiger with your bare hands and be Hugh Jackman. This is what's wrong with women, by the way. In case you ever wondered that, like, I think the thing men should get is that, like, that's what most women want. It's not what they expect to get. You should just try to be more like the Hugh Jackman killing fucking tigers with his bare hands. Come on. The other key roles in the movie would be the minister and their like African guide and the head of the Indian workers and the old British dude that's running the whole thing. So for the minister, I don't know enough young people to cast that one. Although Adam Driver would be interesting. Of the young people that I know, I would pick Adam Driver. That's Kylo Ren from the Star Wars thing. Especially if you made him look like a fucking nerd. Like, go look at the minister dude in this movie, The Ghost in the Darkness. It's I don't forget his name, but he's wearing white the whole time. And he's talking about Jesus. He's the guy that meets Patterson at the train station. That dude should be played by fucking Kylo Ren with like a bowl cut and some glasses and like speaking in like a very, very heavy British accent. So the Indian leader. I guess he's not really Indian. He's like Muslim, Middle Eastern-y in the movie. So like you could do a lot of things here. But he's a leader of the workmen. And the workmen are all kind of Muslims, Indians, Arabs, and whatever they got drugged there. Again, I don't know that many actors that are of ethnicities that would play that. And it would be a thing where, like, this isn't a woke thing. If you go watch The Ghost in the Darkness, they cast a fucking Arab dude. Okay? Like, this should be. Like, if you want this to look and feel like it's out of the 1800s or whatever, like The Ghost in the Darkness did, you're going to have to cast this dude and the African dude very carefully. Because, like, the African dude, you need someone who looks like he is from Africa. Tribal. And like you could do some of that with makeup. So let's say we're going to do it with a famous person and use makeup. No one is occurring to me. That's sad. I was hoping I could come up with somebody good, at least for the, African tribesman dude. I forget his name. Simoy? Something like that. I like him in the movie because he's like, I live over there. And Patterson's like, I live that way. Doesn't mention that England's the other side of the world. But it would be funny to do like I would want to take someone and stretch their acting ability. Someone who you wouldn't think of, maybe. I can't think of his fucking name. Terry Crews is his name. I don't know if he can do what would be needed. But if he could pull off the fucking African accent and the acting parts of it, he would look dope doing it. Especially, tribal him up a little bit. There's other people, but basically every name on the list you'd have to do a Terry Crews thing too. So unless you're going to go to Africa and find somebody that has fucking, tribal scarification on their face or some shit, which is really what you should do. If you're going to go with a famous person, I like Terry Crews. I think that would be interesting to see, especially if he would have to be like Arnold and Conan, where I don't know anything about acting, so I'll just do exactly as you say and be real quiet. If he could do that and be like a stoic, whatever with a fucking African accent that occasionally runs up with a shotgun. Like, that's within the realm of possibility that dude could probably do. This is one of those, like, it doesn't matter if you're a good actor. It matters if the director can use what you got, basically. It's like, some of the best ways to get, like, fear reactions and shit is just to let people be scared. I don't know, we veered far away from the Ghost in the Darkness now, but those are my casting choices. At least off the fly here. That's no preparation, no nothing. I think the Hugh Jackman casting is inspired. Charlie Hunnam is that you could take or leave that one. There's other people that you could put in there, but Charlie Hunnam is also delicious and a good actor. And like the thing that you're going to have for him, well, really the three, the little minister dude, Colonel Patterson, and the hunter, you're gonna have to have really good actors for those. Their African guide dude, really, you're gonna need a good actor for him too. That's where, like, I don't know, I would cast around again. Like, as much fun as it would be to see Terry Crews with his very limited acting abilities do it, like, go watch that movie and, like, see the subtleness in the performance of that dude. And, like, he's a character out of history in that movie. Like, that dude isn't like that in normal life. I doubt it. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he was local and those, like, face tattoos were fucking real. I don't know. I'd like to know that too. Well, anyway, I hope that you like The Ghost in the Darkness as much as I do. And am I crazy for wanting to spend $450 on a fucking Howdah pistol, basically? It's a horse pistol, really. It's a single-shot British Lancer pistol. But it 100% looks like a Howdah pistol out of Ghost in the Darkness. That's what I see when I see it. And I kind of want to, like, get it, jazz it up a bit, make a sling for it, and carry it as, like, a survival shotgun. And, like, the main thought behind that is, okay, well, yeah, like, loading it with, birdshot for small game or whatever, you could do that. I think I'm way more interested in, like, solid projectiles and fucking buckshot and shit as, like, a bear defense thing. Be badass. I want the animal defense pistol of the 1800s. See you guys later.